Hey, and we are live. Let's see if anybody comes to watch. I wonder if this is actually a good thing for a router bit. It might be. Or do we just take it very easy? Gosh, that was plastic. A bit from before. Hey, RBP, what's up, man? It's been a while. Sorry, I don't have any music on because I'm doing everything from my phone, but hopefully this isn't too terrible. But good to see you. Who else? Hey, Darthkins, how's it going? I'm trying to get my ass back out here more often, so thank you for coming by. Let's see, what else? Should be good. Let's I'm gonna do a bit of a janky extension cord to extension cord setup. Do not try this at home. How's everybody doing? Frozen August. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Glad to see you guys again. We are working on this tonight. Get this lamp out of the way. Let's do. Alright. Everybody got a good view? I have chat going. I can actually see what you guys are saying and respond to it. And I'm out in my garage without any super wonky, weird, or illegal setups. Because let me tell you, there was certainly some thought put into potentially hijacking internet or trying to jerry-rig my phone into doing it. So, hey, Rio Motley. Let's hope this bit works. So what I'm trying to do now, let's see if you guys can see okay. I'm trying to clean up the nose area. It's a little rough. So it's just I had hacked it out. There's glue everywhere. So I need to clean it up a bit to let's see. What do we say? Is that EVA? Yes, it is. Absolutely. You can see on the back side, it's got the telltale texture that you see so many N7 armor sets made out of. You guys see okay? And yes, I did use Barge. Yes, indeed. A little more. There we go. if this is doing the trick. It may just not be aggressive enough. Yeah, EVA and barge is pretty much the sort of like standard go-to crafting setup now, you know? I think it's a pretty well-known secret by this point, so... how am I going to get into this? So another option that I can use is I'm almost thinking like using my hot set to maybe trim it that way. I haven't done that as much before. It could be, so I don't have necessarily a really steady hand with it, but you know, we can give it a go. I mean, it's kind of the next step that I was considering. And yeah, barge is pretty awesome. If you have the ability to use it, it's really good for flexible surfaces and is used by primarily actually by leather workers, so cobblers and saddle makers. It's not really good for rigid, like gluing rigid pieces together. That's, you know, you probably use a super glue for that, but for just about anything flexible, it glues shit together pretty good. Okay, so I have yet to really mess around with my wood burning set. So it's got all these fun attachments that I have no clue about. What is this? It's a little squared castle-y thing. Oh, these are... Oh, cool. Those are cool little textures. That would actually be really interesting. So I do have a razor blade. Do I want to use that? Yes. So we will do that. Yeah, there's some really good crafting tutorials out there, and there's specifically one guy I really like to... Ooh, that might be good too. It's like a chisel tip. That might be a good option as well. The gentleman goes by Evil Ted, and he's kind of an OG Hollywood effects artist kind of guy. And most all the crafters that I know always reference him. You know, he's the he's kind of the grandmaster that is also super awesome enough to actually, you know, give some knowledge to to those less intellectually fortunate than him and his background. So, but yeah, he definitely goes for the barge treatment and EVA foam. It's funny how it was such a, you know, magic trick like 4 years ago, and now everybody seems to know about it. So I'm trying to get a little more shop time, and I'm really sorry that I've been not here. Like, really not on and stuff. I mean, I know it kind of started back in, like, Thanksgiving. And, took a break for those holidays and just kind of rolled it into December, and then kind of kept not streaming all the way into, you know, up till now. So, my apologies. Work's been crazy, and just unfortunately the way it goes. But also moving my shop to outside, I had to do it because I'm making a mess. I don't know if you can see, but there's mess everywhere, and the other occupants of the house were not too keen on that. So so I had to move out to my garage. So here I am. We'll get started with this. But that's okay. It's actually, it's fine. I have more room, I can do more stuff. It's a lot of fun. I really dig it. Hey, Kamachu, how's it going? got a good squat. So I will be making more of a specific effort to get out and into the garage and do stuff. And I can do more. That's the other real trick. I can actually do molding and stuff like that. So the wither is still on the books. It's not. I actually need to do molding. So once I finish this project, I'm going to go back to the wither and finish up that mold. Nope, not hot yet, just very sharp. How sharp is it? Oh, that is very sharp. That is nothing to do with heat. Look at that. Oof. It's a little frightening. I can actually use that already, just to clean up the foods. You know? So, if you don't know what I'm making, there was a trailer that just started making the rounds after Sundance called Turbo Kid. And it was a sort of retro post-apocalyptic movie, or will be, I guess. So if you haven't seen it yet, just Google Turbo Kid, and you can see where this is from. And you'll kind of see what we're going for here. So if I cut myself with this, it'll instantly cauterize. So it is the best. Yeah. Just look at this. This is pretty flimsy paper, and that's just look at that. I can just take tiny little slivers off with this. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever gotten a blade that is by default that sharp, and I actually order scalpels. So I should also probably get some, oh gosh, what's it called? There's this specific putty that DAP makes. That would be good for filling problem areas or filling in issues, because I unfortunately scorched the chin a little bit. So I'm just trying to clean up the edges. They're a little too rounded. Uh-oh. Of course, it starts falling out and not being tight enough after it's super hot. So I have to tighten it without burning the crap out of my hands. This is extremely... Guess what's hot? That is... Ow. Oh shit. Oh, that's gonna blister real bad. You know, it'd be a lot smarter way to do it is to use... Where is it? Shoot, where is it? Shit. I had a pair of pliers sitting around. Ow. Ooh, I burned myself good. So in case you're wondering, you can see I actually burnt the skin enough to make it white, which is never a good sign. But the show must go on. Where are my pliers? Dumb. I can't believe I burned myself. No, you said don't cut myself. I did not cut myself. I burnt myself. That is completely different. This is much smarter than something I really should have thought of before I started. But, well, what are you gonna do? Just me. Self-immolation is not intentional. I think way too highly of myself to not want to be around. This is what I'm always afraid of when I'm working with tools, is how I'm gonna like maim myself with them. It's one of the like things with like power tools, and I have a bunch of power tools. I have a chop saw. Since I had moved out here, I got gosh, what are the fun tools? I got an air compressor, so I got like actually good, decent tools to use. Ooh, accidentally melted that a bit. Oh well. And so that's what I built my spray tent out of. With my first sort of like project I had with my chop saw, and the whole time I'm just like, I'm gonna cut off a finger, like that's it. It's I was like constantly paranoid that was gonna happen. I mean, obviously I didn't, but still. So trust me, you are certainly not the person most worried about hurting me getting hurt. Gosh, it's been a while since I've done art and talked at the same time. Look how difficult it is. Like, I just tend to zone out, especially doing detail work, right? Like when I'm focused on what I'm doing, I stop talking, and it's little stuff. So let's see. You can see here, this side's a little lower. This is rounded up a little bit. I want it a little flatter, but if I carve into it, I'm afraid it's going to really throw off the whole shape of the nose. It could be shallower, so I could cut it, but I don't know if I want to do it with this. I should probably do it with my hobby knife. I think that would be better. Take it down a little easier. This side actually cleaned up really well. This actually worked really well for detail stuff. So far so good. This is good. That's not exactly, yeah, I guess, I mean, I've been keeping busy doing arts and crafts kind of stuff. Building and working out in my shop, but I haven't exactly been multitasking like I am. Actually, last weekend I had my brother out. My brother just moved from Hawaii. He just graduated from the University of Hilo, and he is going for a horticultural job with Disneyland. So, and actually, it turns out he just got the job. So I'm super happy. So, but the other cool thing is that my brother is actually a pretty artistic dude. He can draw super well. And actually, while I was out here working on this, he was sculpting Swamp Thing. He's super into Swamp Thing, and it was funny because like, the dude's a phenomenal sculptor. He's really, really, really good. So I'm gonna try and do everything I can to coerce him to spend some more time out here, because it's actually really nice having a shop mate. You can both work on your thing, because this isn't really a two-person project, unfortunately. So I actually realized that after. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have him come help me do this, and then you know, I have him come in and I was like, yeah, you can't really touch this while I'm working on it. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm away on Steam because I'm out in my shop. I am no longer streaming from my computer. I am literally streaming from my phone. And I had to jailbreak it so I could run chat and stream at the same time. And I'm fairly certain I'm probably going to get something from my cell phone carrier at some point telling me to cut it out, you know? But whatever, I ain't breaking the law. I'm going to unplug this because I don't need it at the moment, and I don't need to burn myself. But I will probably need to use my Dremel again. So I know it's not the best noise in the world, but it is a bit of a necessary evil for getting this done. Let me sharpen this. It's been great actually having the shop because I have it built out in my garage. So I close the door when I'm in here. You can't even tell what's inside. And, you know, during the day I'll have it open. And it's funny to see the different guys from the complex come around and they're like, oh wow, you know, you got a whole shop in here, it's so cool. 'Cause it's like Narnia, you know, you open this nondescript garage door and then all of a sudden there's this awesome workshop with stuff in here. So it's you know, it's always fun being the center of attention. So you may worry about sharp tools, but actually the sharper your tools, the less likely you are to hurt yourself. Because then you're not pushing and applying pressure to try and, you know, see, it's nowhere near as sharp as that guy, but oh well. When it's easier to cut things, you're less likely to have something slip on you. You don't have to apply as much pressure, you know? So that is actually a good thing. Right. So I'm just shallowing out this cut a little bit, just so that it's not as drastic. Then I can shape it, and then it'll make it easier to make it a sort of a cleaner cut without cutting in too far. And just use the residual heat to kind of go with it. I think as it heats and cools, the blade actually kind of dislodges itself a little bit. I think that's just the dynamics of the material. Jeez, I'm just burning myself left and right. Great. I accidentally barely brushed that stupid little rim. Ugh. This is why I stopped using a wood burning kit as a kid. I always hated that feeling of blisters. Whatever. I encourage everybody to try it at home, but be better about it. Don't burn yourself like I do. Just because I'm an idiot doesn't mean you have to be. Alright. So let's get this piece out. It's better. Alright. If you are not a fan of the Dremel noise, then turn your volume down now, because it will be necessary for the next minute or two. Oh, this? My car registrations do. I write on my hand whenever there's something important. So usually you'll either see that or rent. It's usually the two. So, but yes, Dremel time, volume's down. Not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Actually, this is so I don't hurt myself 20 years from now with lung cancer. Very light touch. Alright. You can turn your volume back up. So we wanted to, inside the eyes there's a bit of a slight bevel, so I just kind of matched the bevel, and then rolled it up into the inside of the eye. Really should clean up the shape of that nostril. Should be alright. What else do we need to do? Should probably shape that a little bit. I kind of feel like I need to take a little more off the bottom. So when I look at the picture, it feels... This feels too big. Maybe it needs to be back. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to get the heat gun and start shaping it. Let's play with the heat gun a bit. Go. Let's see. What do we say? Are you working out of a shared workshed? No, I'm not. Why? Can you hear people in the background? That is neighbor's one garage. This feels like the face needs to be flatter. Just gonna try this. Looks a lot more like it. There we go. Yeah, that's better. So I'll just flatten this area a bit more. This is all very flat, although this is a much more drastic shape in. Maybe we'll illustrate that more with pink. Need something appropriately round to round this on. Almost thinking a metal bowl, but I don't have any out here. You know, because if you look, so this is a bit of a lump, and I need it flattened down. One thing I could do is I could just sand it down, right? I could just sand this over until it's a better shape. And it'll be thinner here, but at least it'll be a little more ergonomic. Let's see. Are you still hot? I'm afraid to touch you. You don't touch me. Nerd King, hello. Yeah, and Darth Kins is right. Turbo Kid, look it up. Looks awesome. You're gonna look at that, you're gonna see Turbo Kid, and you'll be like, that doesn't look anything like it. He's a fraud. That's not gonna work. Let's make a glue stick. I'll put it to vote. We can make a sanding stick. I can manually do this. Or we can use a power tool. I'll give you guys some time to think about it. Power tool is going to be noisy, but it'll be faster. So sanding stick or power sander. So I have a small handheld power sander that will actually work pretty well for this. But it's also noisy. Noisier. I'll just put you there. You can go back in there, and we'll put the chisel tip back. So regardless of mutilating myself, it actually worked out pretty well. Alright, manual it is. I have a sanding block already done up, so I'm going to hold off on doing this. There we go. Maybe I will switch for some heavier grit. Yeah. Alright, excuse me, I need to make a real quick glue stick. Or sanding stick. Ah, see, that's the great thing about this setup, is it's very portable. We're going to make an aggressive one. That should do it. That's all we need. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just fold it over. See, this is what I mean by I can do more in my shop. There's no way I could get away with that in the house. Mm-hmm. There we go. So this is my spray tent, by the way. I specifically made it so I can make a mess. It's all tarped up. I got filters and fans over here. And this can come out so I can hang bigger things in here and spray it. So this is kind of something I really needed. I kind of had a jerry-rigged a makeshift one inside my old shop, but it was so ghetto it wasn't even funny. So this way I can actually make a mess, which is great. Should be good. I mean, really all I'm making is just a paddle. It's like a giant emery board, you know? And that is all it is needed. And I could, yeah, I might as well. Let me spray the backside and I'll fold it over. And of course, heat gun makes everything go faster. Again, something else I couldn't really do inside as well. Dry faster. Alright. The one downside to being out here and then running on my phone is I don't have all the sort of accoutrement that I had before with music and, you know, all that other stuff. So I apologize if it's otherwise a little bit of a boring sounding stream. I'm working on sort of a way to fix that, but it's either wait forever until I get it and, you know, don't maybe spend months not doing anything, or get it up and running as quickly as possible so you guys have something to watch. Let's not dull this. This is my... Go. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect, but so there you go. It's just a quick tool. And as simple as that, back to here. Alright. So again, the nice thing about having the space and having the tools to make what I need to make is it means that things actually go faster. Do I have... actually working. Either that or it's reshaping unintentionally. Who cares if it works, right? Better. Not perfect, but better. Still. Yeah, maybe more heat shaping. It does seem to have helped a little bit though. I do have a bit of a glue seam, unfortunately. I do believe the official title of this character is I've seen it referred to as Skeletron. I don't know if that's true or not, honestly. Certainly matches a bit of a skull motif, doesn't it? Alright, folks. This may actually be a bit of a stopping point. Sorry to cut it short, but if I am not mistaken, I just heard the engine of my lovely wife's truck go by. And she obviously has a bit of priority over shop time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll be trying to stream more often because I can just come out, take my phone, flip it on. And once this is done, we're going to be getting back to molding this guy. Boop. There we go. So he's all fired up. He's ready to be duplicated. And now I have the space to actually make a mess and a way to show you how I'm doing it. So once we're done with this, then this, 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 this.